Good evening, everyone. It's Deanna Nichols, doTERRA Blue Diamond, and we are here with our weekly installment of Essential Oils Are Not Magic Beans. If you're watching the replay on YouTube, please subscribe below to our channel for our newest content. Plus, you can browse our playlists for about 2 years worth of past weekly essential oil events and classes. Essential Oils Are Not Magic Beans, just about on any topic. There's also diamond pro tips. There are business related videos and just videos on how to live your best and happiest life. So you're a little bit early if you're on Facebook watching live, and we're going to be joined shortly by Sheena Anderson. She's a naturopathic doctor from Central Virginia, also doTERRA Gold leader on the Oil Shares team. And she's going to be sharing a little bit about digestive health with us. And so basically, if you stick around to the end, you're going to find out how you can actually get $50 in the free essential oils of your choice. And also, if you are watching as a guest and this is your first time watching Magic Beans, you have 2 chances to win a drawing. We're actually going to be giving away some roller bottle remedies, probably just kind of a random one that we choose, but this example is Dear 3 a.m. We've got to stop meeting like this, so that's obviously a sleep related remedy, and this one is anger management, and so you will get one of those if you comment below to let us know you're watching live. So if you're a first time guest, you can say I'm a guest and tag the person that invited you. If you are a newbie, and a newbie is somebody who, oh goodness, a newbie is somebody who is part of our team. So they recently joined with a wholesale membership with doTERRA in the past 30 days. And you will have an opportunity to comment and say that you're a newbie and then tag the person who helped you get started in doTERRA. So Gina, I can see that you're watching. It's not giving me the option to add you to the broadcast. I'm not sure why it's doing that, other than you have to be on your cell phone, not your computer. Can't think of another reason for that. Sometimes when your internet isn't great, that can also happen too. But as of right now, I'm not able to add you, so you might want to log out and log back in to see if that helps. Well, hopefully we'll get Sheena on here shortly. So doTERRA has this really fantastic deal right now where if you choose to get started with doTERRA in the month of November and you choose any one of our starter kits, then you automatically will get $50 in the free oils of your choice. And that is pretty cool because I'm here but I can't get on. So you have to wait for an invitation from me, Sheena, but I can't invite you right now because it's not an option. I see you here. Let me see if I don't know why it's doing that. It's giving me the option to add other people. So I can add Cindy. Cindy, do you want to be my co-host? I can add Cindy to the... So I'm not sure what is causing that, other than the 2 things I've seen is if somebody's not on a mobile device or if their internet signal is low. So I don't know if you have a way to switch to data instead of internet. Sometimes that helps. But you're going to have to probably log all the way out and then come back on to see if we can get it to work. All right, so basically the other cool thing is if you already are a doTERRA wellness advocate, meaning you're signed up to do doTERRA as a business and you help a friend get started, you also get $50 in the free oils of your choice when your friend signs up. So we're trying to encourage you to share the message of doTERRA with as many people as possible. So in order to do that, if you are new and you don't know how to help somebody get started, just reach out to the person that helped you and they should be able to help you help your friends. All right, so don't forget to comment if you're a first-time guest so you can enter. And also, if it's the Cindy, I look pretty scary. Well, you never know. You can always use a filter on your Facebook. So I don't know where I was. I'm having technical issues here, so I'm trying to stall for time. We can go ahead and dive in, and hopefully we can get Sheena on here with us. But tonight we're going to be talking about a special package called the Digestive Health Kit. And with doTERRA, when you're a wholesale member, you have this amazing opportunity to participate in our loyalty rewards program. The loyalty rewards program is where you can get an additional 10 to 30% back off of every purchase that you make. And there are special bundles that are just for the rewards program where you can also actually combine a category, a group of products in a certain category and get a really good deal. And it also helps you to kind of know what to purchase if you're trying to focus on a certain area of your health. So you can choose these products, and you can help the person that is going to help you get started can help you put these products together as your starter kit, or you can choose one of our ready-made starter kits. But if you want to get this exact kit, it's only on the loyalty rewards program. Okay, so we're going to be talking about digestive health tonight. And Chena, if you're not able to get on here to where I can add you, then hopefully you'll be able to type in some comments as we go and add, because I know you probably have a lot to add on these products. So I will stick around to the end, and I'll make sure you know how to get your $50 in free products, and we'll dive right in, okay? So we're going to talk about the Digestive Health Kit, and I hope I remember what's in this thing since I hadn't originally planned on talking about it. Let me see if I can pull it up here. I think the obvious first product that's in here is the Digestive oil. Now the Digestive oil comes in a lot of different packaging. So probably some of you guys that have gotten started with our top 10 oils kit, like Home Essentials, have gotten the Digestive in this format. And this is like, you can drip it out directly out of the bottle. I will tell you that if you have, if your digestive tract is really irritated, it can be a little strong to try to put under your tongue or even in water. And so a lot of us have used it on the bottoms of our feet. You can also put it on topically, so you can put it on your belly if you're having any sort of digestive upset, like your stomach is cramping randomly for whatever reasons. Maybe something you ate didn't agree with you. Maybe you're riding in the car on a curvy road and you're just starting to feel a little iffy to your stomach. That happens to my little boy a lot. If any of those things are happening, you can inhale it directly from the bottle. You can also roll it on. Now, I will tell you that my skin is very sensitive, and so I cannot put Digestive plain right on my belly. So doTERRA has it in a touch roller. Now, I don't have the Digestive Touch sitting here in front of me, but I do have my frankincense touch. You can see the little word touch on there, and it's in a roller, okay? And so the Digestive Touch is already diluted for you. It already has fractionated coconut oil mixed in, so you don't have to come up with some sort of a concoction. You can just pull your roller out and roll it on anywhere. You can roll it on the bottoms of your feet. Hey, Krista, it's good to see you here. You can roll it on your belly. Even if you're having some upper digestive comfort, like maybe acid, you can even roll it on your throat. So that is why we have the Digestive roller. So the Digestive roller comes in this particular kit. So maybe you got started with the top 10 kit and you have this bottle of Digestive, but you'd like to be able to have one to take on the go that you can use with your kids. You can use without having to worry about a carrier oil. And so the Digestive Touch is really nice to have, and that is part of this kit. The other format where we have Digestive is we have the Digestive soft gels. All right, so I'll show you the size and what it looks like. So this is a Digestive soft gel, pretty tiny. All right, so I mean, just even younger kids that are able to swallow things could swallow something this small, and that is because the Digestive does have a pretty strong taste. It has you know, a really strong sort of licorice taste to it, and it's kind of pepperminty, so it can be a little strong for people. And if that happens, then if that happens to you or your family members, this might be a good one to keep on hand. Now, I will tell you that if I want like instant relief, because it's like an emergency, then I really want it in my mouth. I really want the oil. This has to sort of break down in your digestive tract. So this would be more for if you know that you struggle on a regular basis with your digestive tract, then you might want to take one of these with each meal, or maybe even one before bedtime as your body's trying to digest the stuff that you ate throughout the day so that you don't end up having issues in the middle of the night. But this is a great product to have on hand if you want to take it internally or by mouth, but you don't like the taste, or it's just a little strong for you. So this is a little bit more of a gentle way. So you have the Digestive soft gels, And then you have the Digestive roller or the touch, which is pre-diluted, okay? Another product that's in here is the peppermint beadlets, okay? So a peppermint beadlet is actually only 1/4 of a drop of peppermint in a little coconut oil based, I don't even know what to call it. It's a beadlet. It's really, really, really small. And you can just pop it in your mouth like that. You can bite it. You can wait till it dissolves. You can swallow it, whatever you want to do. Now, I will tell you that when I was expecting my son and I had like that occasional nausea that happens, the peppermint beadlets saved my life because I could pop one of those. They're also good like when you're feeling a little like you need to refresh your breath. They're good when you're feeling like you need a little extra energy. But as far as your digestive system goes, these are awesome to do like right before a meal because the peppermint helps you to feel like you've had enough to eat. So if you have tendencies to like overeat, or maybe you're going to be at a restaurant where there's like all this stuff and you don't want to be fall off the wagon on your eating plan, then the peppermint beadlets, you could pop one of these before you eat. You could pop one after you would want to be finished eating, and you kind of just have this burst of peppermint flavor, and then you can say, okay, I'm done, and push away from the table and say no to the giant piece of cake that they're offering you. So this is good for nausea, for cramping, especially if you're a little bit averse to the digestion oil and like the what's the word I'm trying to find? The licorice taste. The peppermint is still really good, and it helps to expel gas from the body. And so sometimes when you're having cramping or something like that, or maybe you've got a little diarrhea, it just helps with that crampiness that you get in your stomach. And so I really like it. The other cool thing is that in an emergency, it works for a lot of really awesome stuff. So you can actually squeeze one of these beadlets, and then you have some peppermint in your hand. So if you want to use peppermint topically, but all you have is your beadlets, that's just a little life hack for you. So I have done that when I got a bug bite and that it wouldn't stop itching. I just squeezed a little peppermint on there. Maybe you need to cool down. Your body temperature's up, you're hot and overheated. You can cool yourself down with a little bit, just a tiny bit of peppermint. I'm trying to think of another example. I mean, really, if you were in a really crazy situation where you didn't have any of your hand sanitizer, like your On Guard hand sanitizer, you could use that to clean your hands because all the essential oils have some of those antimicrobial benefits to it. If you have any tips about these products, please share them below for those that are watching. Eve is saying that her cousin used the roller sample that she sent her. That's the Digestive roller sample, and rubbed it on her belly and couldn't believe how fast it worked. It's so true. The Digestive blend was actually my first major experience with doTERRA. I had been having a pretty bad digestive upset for about 4.5 months, and a friend shared Digestive with me, and I could feel it working in 2 or 3 minutes after putting it on my feet. I knew better than to put it on my belly because I'm just really sensitive, and I put it on my feet and I could like taste the peppermint, and it was so soothing. And so it was sort of like my gateway into the doTERRA products, and it does work. It works really fast. For those of you tuning in late, we're doing a couple of drawings for some free roller bottle remedies. So if you're a first-time guest who does not have a doTERRA membership, comment that you're a guest and tag the person who invited you. If you are new to our team, so you just joined like back in October as a wholesale member and you got your starter kit, then comment that you're a newbie and tag the person that helped you get started, and we'll enter you in a separate drawing. So there's two different chances to win. Okay, so there's the Digestive roller, there's the Digestive beadlets, I mean, not beadlets, peppermint beadlets, and then there's the Digestive soft gels, and those 3 things are in here. But there's also 2 supplements that are in here. The first one I want to mention is the PB Assist. So the PB Assist is doTERRA's probiotic. And I know that for me, like when I first started with doTERRA, I thought, well, what the heck does doTERRA know about supplements? And what the heck do they know about probiotics? Like I use a really, really good probiotic. Gina, there's no option to invite you to join the video, but if you have comments, I'm sure you have some stuff to add. Please type in your comments and I'll read them out because I know you've studied and prepared for this, and I'm sorry, there's no option to add you. I'm not sure why. The magic of Facebook. Let me see if I change my internet, if that will help anything. I doubt it. It'll probably make it worse. Let me know if things get worse. I shouldn't have eaten a peppermint beadlet. So let me tell you, I'm not going to do that because that made mine worse, not better. Peppermint beadlets are another way, another use for them that I was just reminded of as I used it. It will open up your sinuses and like clear anything in your sinuses. So a lot of times it'll cause a little irritation and cause me to sneeze when I use one. But yeah, China, there's just some technical thing going on and I don't have the option to add you. There's only a couple people I can add tonight. Usually there's a thing next to everyone's name. I can add, who can I add? I can add Krista, Sherry, Michelle Sell. Nope, I can't add Michelle. Just Krista. Oh gosh, it's disappeared. Now I can't add anybody. So clearly it's just something going on Facebook tonight. Oh, PB Assist Junior. We're going to talk about PB Assist Junior in a second. So let me finish with PB Assist, which is like the adult probiotic. But I didn't think doTERRA would be any good at probiotics, and I was already using one from another company that I really liked. Until I really started to read about this and learn about it. So the first thing is if you look at the little capsule, it's really interesting. There's actually a capsule within a capsule, okay? And it's hard to see in this lighting, but there's a little bit of stuff in here in this outer part. And what this is that's the prebiotic. That's the stuff that the probiotic needs in order to stay alive. So you don't have to refrigerate this in order to keep it, all the good stuff alive in there. You know, it's really sad to me because people think that they can get enough probiotics with eating yogurt. And yogurt pretty much doesn't have any probiotics in it. I mean, people would like you to think it does, but everything's pretty much dead because they killed it when they heated and pasteurized the milk that's in there. So you're not going to get your probiotics from yogurt. That's a sad untruth that people use to try to sell you stuff. Most of the probiotics that are out there, they're going to die before they get to your digestive tract where they need to go, and they need to replenish your flora. The reason why you care about probiotics is because your body needs to keep a delicate balance between good bacteria and like yeast in your body, because everyone has yeast in their body, but you don't want that to get out of balance, and then the yeast can take over and cause all kinds of issues. So this is going to be really important for your immune system. It's really important for your emotions. It's really important for brain health. There's even studies that show that people who have a good, healthy flora balance, it's easier for them to conceive and carry a pregnancy to term. So it's crazy how important a probiotic can be. This is not going to die when it gets in your digestive tract. Your stomach acid is not going to kill it, because this patented double capsule is going to prevent that. So that first outer capsule will break down, and then it'll get down where it needs to go. And you're like, why is it green? That's chlorophyll. That's plant food in there. So this is just a really, really awesome product, and it is patented, so nobody has anything like it. Now, Yalitza is asking about probiotics for kids, and that's what China's talking about. The PB Assist Junior. I don't have any here in front of me because my kid literally ate the last one we owned this morning. But it's a little tiny packet, and you just peel it open and pour it in your mouth like a pixie stick. So when your kids are smaller, you want to do that for them so they don't dump it down their throat. It's powder, okay? But you can kind of get it in their mouth a little bit at a time. And my son is 4.5 now. He's old enough to do his own, except for this morning. It was our last one, and he spilled about 95% of it on the couch. So clearly he's not old enough. Normally he does. He asks for it by name every morning. He asks for his PBS Junior. I think he is getting it mixed up with his favorite children's TV network, but he knows what it is, and he knows it's good for him. And like the PB Assist, which is the one that's in this capsule, the PB Assist Junior, which is the powder form, is also patented. And each little tiny dot of powder that's in there is coated with a patented coating that also protects it from being destroyed by your stomach acid. So it's a really important product. And not only do kids love the taste, there's no sugar and artificial flavors in it. It's xylitol, which we know is good for dental health for kids too. So not only is it natural ingredients that are not going to be harmful to them, but it's also going to help support all those same things that we talked about with the adult PB Assist. And it has special strains of probiotics in it that are important for small children. And it does have some different strains of probiotics than this one does. So for that reason, I actually take both as an adult. In the morning, we all take a packet of PB Assist Junior, and then I take a PB Assist in the evening for myself as well. So you're going to really, really like it, and it's going to show a lot of improvement, and I think in your kids' behavior, in their diet. I know for my son, he's got some pretty big issues with sensory stuff surrounding things that he puts in his mouth. He has a big issue with textures, and he becomes a lot more willing to try new foods when he is consistently taking the PB Assist Junior. I've also heard people say that their kids are calmer when they're using that. We just notice an all-around general improvement in his digestive system when he takes it every day. So we've made that part of our daily regimen. Let's see, you got some questions. So yeah, a 3-year-old can definitely do that. Yes, the chlorophyll is in there. Should that be given to them on an empty stomach first thing in the morning? That's what we do, that's when we use ours. If for whatever reason you are using a prescription antibiotic, you definitely want to space that out a couple hours. Otherwise, your antibiotic is going to kill your probiotic, and that will be a huge waste. The other product that's in here is Terrazyme. I don't have the package, but I do have the capsule. Okay, so this awesome capsule is full of enzymes that are going to help your body to digest all sorts of different kinds of foods. Fruit sugars, dairies, meat proteins, and just grains, all that different kind of stuff. There's special enzymes. All the different enzymes are in there. And so you may be thinking to yourself, why do I need to take digestive enzymes? Well, let me tell you why. Okay, so how we get enzymes is in live food, like raw fruits and vegetables. So show of hands, how many of you all ate like several servings of raw fruits and vegetables today? Yeah, like go ahead, give me some hearts if you've eaten more than one serving of raw fruits and vegetables today. Okay, so not a lot of people probably, I'm guessing. And even if we do, like our foods are so depleted now just because of soil conditions and things like that. And so we are just not getting live enzymes in our food. And so what happens is enzymes, they have jobs all throughout the body. They have jobs to like repair damaged muscles, to repair damaged organs, to make chemicals that our body needs, to break down our food. So since we're not consuming enough enzymes while we're eating, these enzymes that are tasked with other jobs, they get reassigned to digestion. So all the enzymes that you have are being used to try to digest your food, and your enzymes aren't doing their other jobs. So it affects your overall health. So you might be thinking like, oh, I'm fine, I don't need that. Man, oh man, like I didn't understand what this was actually for. And so for that reason, I really think that the Terrazyme is also a good product to take on an empty stomach when you don't have any food to digest, because then those enzymes can be specifically tasked to non-digestive issues, and even more so because your body's not currently digesting any food. So like first thing in the morning, maybe drink a little water with some lemon essential oil and take a Terrazyme. Before bed, take a couple Terrazyme, especially if you're struggling with anything. Like if you're feeling like your body's having difficulty repairing itself after being hurt recently, a heavy workout or something where your muscles just aren't quite recovering. Another one would be like, let's say you just have like all this mucus in your body and you don't know what's going on. Maybe pop a few of these Terrazyme before bed on an empty stomach and you'll be amazed what the body can do with this. Now, there's another ingredient in here that I think is massively like an unsung hero and also very misunderstood. So how many of you guys have seen people who just constantly pop antacids and like they're constantly like, oh, and they're chewing those things? Well, I think we live with this misconception that we don't have enough stomach acid, that our stomach acid is like, that we have too much stomach acid and that this acid's coming up all the time causing heartburn and acid reflux. So we're taking antacids all the time. The truth of the matter is that we literally, I would say 95% of us struggle with not having enough of the acid to actually digest properly. Now that can come from a lot of different reasons. Probably a lot of it has to do with diet, but there are many other reasons that can cause that. And so that's another ingredient that is in Terrazyme. Besides the digestive enzymes, it also has the hydrochloric acid that's in there that your body needs to properly digest your food. So the first time I ever used Terrazyme, I was actually probably about 6 months pregnant, and I ate an extremely healthy diet and had like no digestive problems whatsoever. And for whatever reason, that day for like 3 or 4 hours, I had a horrible pain in my stomach. I didn't know what it was from, but I was super uncomfortable. And one of my friends was like, "Have you taken any Terrazyme?" And I'm like, "Why? Like, I don't need that. You know, I eat super healthy. I eat lots of salads and whatever." And she's like, "Just take a couple Terrazyme." So I took a couple Terrazyme, popped those, and I had about an hour and a half drive home. And by the time I got home, I was like running to the bathroom to like get rid of some stuff. And once I did that, like my stomach pain was completely gone. And so, you know, when you're pregnant, a lot of that slows down. A lot of your digestion will slow down. And so, if you know somebody who naturally has that problem, like they have trouble regularly moving their bowels, and have trouble breaking down and digesting their food, I mean, this is like a no-brainer. You need to have this as part of your diet. So especially if you're not eating whole foods, like if you're eating processed foods, God forbid, if you're eating junk food, you definitely need to take a couple of these with your meal. But even when I'm eating a healthy meal, I take at least one with each meal. And that's my goal anyway. And then if I'm struggling with anything, then I'll take additional on an empty stomach. All right. I'm just checking the time to see how I'm doing. See if I got any questions here to answer. Yeah, you're destroying your digestive system with antacids. I so agree with that. It's like you think you're accomplishing one thing and you're actually making it worse. It's like you're feeding into this vicious cycle of not having the ability to digest your food. And not to mention that most of the ones on the market, now doTERRA does make one that has good ingredients in it, but even so, you should not become dependent on that. That should be used in an emergency, not as like part of your, like you shouldn't be chewing one every day, like with your food. That's when you want to start looking at your diet and looking at what other things you're doing to support your digestive system. But most of the ones on the market have aluminum in them. Yeah, aluminum. That's not good. And they also have artificial colors and artificial flavors, none of which are good for your body at all. And so, yeah, that's just a horrible habit. And I see people who literally live on those things. What am I forgetting? Is there something else? Can my 12-year-old take this? Are you referring to the Terrazyme? If you are, absolutely. If you have a child that can't swallow a capsule, this opens up. It's really easy to open up. Okay, so you can just open up the capsule and I'll show you. You can sprinkle this into a smoothie. Now, I'll give you a little hint. Here's the inside of that. It's just powder. It's pretty light powder. It doesn't really have much of a taste or smell or anything, but you need to mix it in something that you're going to consume immediately because it literally will digest your food. So I'll give you a little story that happened to me. Is my son drinks this formula because I told you he has food texture issues and we're trying to get nutrition in him that he will actually do. And so he gets like all of this stuff. It's full of fats, like really healthy fats, but it's thick as all craziness. And I was thinking like he needs some Terrazyme in his diet. So I made up a batch of the formula like at night, and then I added the Terrazyme to it and put it in the fridge. And the next morning when I went in to get it out, it's usually like really, really thick and like sort of light green because there's Terra greens in there, which is doTERRA's green fruits and vegetables. But it's super, super thick. It looked like water. Like it had already digested through the night. So yes, you can add this to food if they can't swallow a capsule. They won't notice it's in there, especially if it's something that you can stir in really well, like applesauce, or put it in a smoothie, and it's going to help their digestion. But if they're big enough to swallow this capsule, then you're golden because yeah, it's not age related at all. It's more about like the amount of food and what kind of food it is, and if you need help breaking that down. All right, I think I covered all the products that are in that kit. So somebody asked this question earlier, let me answer it. They're like, what is this kit? Okay, so if you tuned in late, I mentioned that if you are a wholesale member of doTERRA, which you want to be, that's really the only way to buy doTERRA products that makes any kind of sense because you're gonna get 25% off the retail price. And when you purchase, you will get an additional 10 to 30% back in free product credits. So like, when I purchase $100, let's say, of oils, then I'm going to get $30 back. plus whatever I spend in shipping, I get back. So that's $37 that I'll be able to cash in on free oils the next month, okay? So that's called the rewards program. On the rewards program, we have special bundles made up for members where they can just like choose a category they want to focus on. Like maybe they want to focus on feeling less stress. Well, we have this Calm and Harmony kit. If you want to focus on your digestive tract, this is where you want to start. Now you can start this can be your first order. You can get somebody to put this together for you as an order, but if you're already a member, you can go in your loyalty rewards cart and just add the digestive health kit. And that's what we're talking about tonight. Any order that you start with as a brand new member in November, nice little rhyme, then as long as it's 100 points or more, you're going to qualify for 50 points, which is $50 in free oils of your choice. So they will put these points in your cart and then you can cash those in on your next order. It's awesome. So if there's something that you wanted that maybe doesn't come in your starter kit that you chose, then you've got $50 that you can play with and add something else next time. And so it's a really awesome promo. The other reason I like the promo is because the person who helped you get started in doTERRA, excuse me, I don't know where my water is. I normally bring my water in here. I cannot find it. They also get $50 free for referring you. So I call it the 50-50 deal. 50 for me, 50 for you. If you're not a wellness advocate, you're just a wholesale customer and you can't sign someone up. But if you have a friend who's interested, talk to the person on your team upline from you that is active in the business and ask them, say, hey, if I refer somebody to you and they want to sign up, will you give them your 50 points? Or will you give me the 50 points for referring? Rather is what I meant to say. Will you give me the 50 points for referring, or will you split your 50 points with me for sending you a referral? I mean, that's $25 in free oils, even if they split it in half. So there's lots of ways to use this promo, and that's going to be encouraging for everybody to share doTERRA. Now, I'll just tell you, like, the reason why I think everyone should share doTERRA with their friends is because somebody did that for me. Years ago, actually 8 years ago last month, somebody opened their mouth. I think it was 7 years ago, 18 minus 11. So 7 years ago last month, somebody opened their mouth and shared doTERRA with me in a time that I was really struggling, and it turned my complete life around. I've seen major improvements physically, emotionally, and financially because somebody shared doTERRA with me. And so I'm very passionate that we should all pay it forward. And if somebody shared it with you, you share it with them and you help them to get started. So what a better time to do that than November, the month where we focus on gratitude and loving our family and friends, and you get rewarded, both of you, $50 for the person that's new getting started and $50 for the person that's helping them. So please share with your friends. Now, a couple of announcements. Again, if you're hopping in here late, while you're live on the video, you can comment that you're a first-time guest and tag the person that invited you to enter a drawing to win a free roller bottle remedy. And if you are a new member, you just joined the Oil Shares team in the past 30 days, you can comment that you're a newbie and tag the person who helped you get started, and we'll enter you in a separate drawing for another roller bottle. We'll contact you if you're a winner. The last, what is it called? An announcement that I wanted to make is that if you're a member of Oil Shares, we have a members only Facebook group called Oil Shares VIPs. It's a closed group, but you can go type in Oil Shares VIPs and find it and request to join if you are on our team. And starting tomorrow, we're going to be celebrating Shark Week. So all week in Oil Shares, thank you, Cindy Kalendeck, for that idea. All week in Oil Shares VIP, we're going to be sharing tips about that special time of the month for ladies, and otherwise known as Shark Week. And we're going to be sharing some tips about products that can help you with hormone balance and help you have a smoother Shark Week every month. We're going to be doing a giveaway every single day just for people that comment and share stories and tips. So make sure you've got your notifications turned on, that you're a member of that group, and you don't miss out on some really awesome education that's going to help you have a smoother week, that week of the month, every month. It's going to be amazing. All right, we will be back here next Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time for another Magic Beans. I believe we'll be joined, if I'm not mistaken, we'll be joined by Angela Tikal from Jacksonville, Florida, another gold. And we're going to be talking about Christmas shopping and how you can purchase some amazing gifts that people will love and that will bless their lives and their health. and you can get those from doTERRA, and this is a great time to do it. We've got some special holiday items that are on sale, and we have some really good deals going on too. So tune in next week. Join me and Angela at 9 p.m. Eastern time. Just hop over here at facebook.com/oilshares. And if you want to watch this replay or any other, or share it with a friend, check tomorrow on YouTube at Deanna Nichols under the playlist called Magic Beans for all of our past Magic Beans videos. So sorry we weren't able to get Sheena on here. We will figure out how to get her on another video here soon. We can't always predict what technology will do, but thank you for being here and putting up with me. And we'll see you back here next Sunday. Have a great week. Shine on.